We're going to wrap it up. Once again, as I said in the beginning, before I gave the invocation, I said that I often use Granite Grok to vet news and to vet stories around the state. GraniteGrok.com is a great resource for the state of New Hampshire and its citizens. And it is important to note that the founder of GraniteGrok.com, Skip Murphy. Skip, come on up here and take us out.
Folks, you are the hardy of the hardiest. To stand out here for several hours in the cold, give yourselves a round of applause. This past week, there was a disturbance down in Alabama where the Supreme Court judge has refused to follow along with a federal judge order to allow homosexual marriage in Alabama. And this Supreme Court judge was later on MSNBC with Chris Cuomo, the offspring of the late Mario Cuomo, governor of New York, and current brother of Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York. And the judge said, our rights come from God. And this is what Chris Cuomo, esteemed commentator, said. Our rights do not come from God, Your Honor, and you know that. They come from man. That's your faith. That's my faith. But that's not our country. Our laws come from collective and agreement and compromise. The gall of this person to put himself up as a national commentator, and he doesn't even know his own foundational law, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. But that's not the way it is with progressives. They are incremental socialists. Their single goal is not that government should enable men or to support men, to keep the order, but that progressives believe that man should serve the state. Ian talked about words and that they have meanings. We've talked about the legislators here in this building. They are, in a lot of cases, looking to switch that relationship between men and our government. And I know that I will catch heck from Susan if I don't say this. The bigger the government, the smaller the citizen. Let me hear it. The bigger the government, the smaller the citizen. See, I told you I wasn't going to get away with it. Think about that statement. Progressives want that bigger government. We want bigger citizens.
Less progressive.
Less progressives. We talk about the Constitution, they hate it. Many of them hated it as much as you can think of. There is one state representative, a Democrat, Lee Webb, who said that the purpose of the legislature is to mandate behavior. Think about that. It is not, as our constitutional founders said, that government is instituted to protect our rights. That is its only purpose.
But isn't it for the children?
Thank you, Representative Byrd. What we do here today is for the children, just like your sign said. It is to defend their liberties after we are gone. But you know, from New York, there's another example. And this will be it because I know it's cold. But again, the bigger the government, come on, guys. The bigger the government, the smaller the citizen. You think that New York is going to stop at just taking your guns? Another part of your rights? Last night, New York State Senator Tony Avella now wants to ban machetes because 3 people have been attacked in New York. Machetes. This is following the Brits. They took away all the guns, then they got knife violence. They're taking away the knives, now they're getting bat or sticks or club violence. It never stops with these people. You who are still standing here are the sheepdogs for everyone else. You are the ones who understand the rights that we stand for today. I want to say thank you for standing here to say, we will not go into that night quietly. We will make noise. We will get in their faces because we will protect those rights. And with that, the bigger the government, the smaller the citizen, we need to change that. We need to take government, put it in a burlap bag, tie a rope around it, and throw it in the bathtub. My name is Skip Murphy. Thank you for reading GraniteGrok.com.
Getting ready to wrap up. I do want to make one point about that machete, because it's very important when we think about the state of New York and how it relates to the state of New Hampshire. We're very unique. We have 400 representatives in this building. Your towns, your neighbors, or neighborhoods are represented. This was a New York City type politician who was telling people far away from him, 8 hours away, who would probably never step foot on a farm, probably doesn't even have a yard, and saying you can't use a farm implement because he doesn't understand what life is like for the majority of the people that he's trying to pass laws for. We don't have that here. You have the ability to talk to your representatives and your senators. We're very well represented here. Take what you've learned here today, what you've heard, bring it to your friends, your family, take it to your representatives. Don't stop. Don't let the liberals co-opt the language and don't use their language. Homicidal maniacs are not shooters. Live free or die, live free and thrive. Susan, come up here for a second.
Grok TV.